We're here with Sylvia Waters, the Artistic Director of Ailey 2, and I wanted to talk to you a little about the upcoming season that the company has. It begins on the 18th of April and runs through the 29th.
Yes.
So you have, basically you're doing 2 programs of works, and you have 2 premieres in the season also.
3 actually.
3?
Yes. The first one is a work by Minna Yu, who was a company member pretty much when we started, 76, 77. She's from Seoul, South Korea. She was a student at Ailey. And since that time, and in all this time, she has been a master teacher at the University of Seoul and a choreographer in South Korea and throughout Europe. And I did get to see her work about 3.5 years ago. And I've seen her in subsequent times in the last couple of years in South Korea. And I thought it would be interesting, I mean, after all these years, I mean, that was the last century, right? And here she has evolved and developed into this wonderful choreographer. So I thought it would be wonderful to welcome her back here to set a work on us.
Is she going to be here during the season?
Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. But she did come last summer to set it. And it's a very athletic work. Actually, I had wanted her to do a new work. This is a work, it's a men's dance. And it's for 9 men. We only have 6. So she just said, I can adapt it, and she added 3 women to the piece. It's very athletic. It's her, I guess, her reminiscences of life in New York, the cultural capital of America, and all its diversity. You know, I call it Day in the Hood, you know, but and it's quite athletic. It's quite. When I saw her company do it, I was very moved because I could see what she was going for immediately. You know, the energy and the pulse of urban environments, and so she has captured that in this work. That's one. The other work is a work by Stephanie Baden-Bland, who is a very interesting young woman who has tons of images in her head about our earth, our past, our present, our future, our environment. And so her work, The Legacy of Inheritance, has sometimes kind of a dreamlike quality. But it was a stretch for the dancers, and I wanted something, things that would take them out of their comfort zone, you know, and I think Stephanie has managed to do that. The third new work is a work by Artistic Director Designate Mr. Troy Powell. It's an original score by Mio Morales, and Troy is he's a movement master. He loves powerful movement. He loves intricate movement, and he can be very exciting. And this piece called Reference Point, he references a lot of experiences he's had dance-wise and choreographically, and we've toured with this piece this last season, this last tour, and very often it's an opening piece, sometimes a closer. And I can't think of one place where it hasn't, you know, roused the audience to their feet at the end. It literally gets a standing ovation, and we kind of look at each other like, oh wow, you know, because you never know. You never know what you're going to get. So those are the 3 new works. And we returned with works that have become staples in our rep. For instance, Echoes by Tan Dao, Vietnamese choreographer, which is a lovely, wonderful, flowing, moving work. Shards by Donald Byrd, which was originally set on the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, and a wonderful challenge for these dancers, his deconstruction of ballet and modern and ethnic dance forms. And he references and lots of works that we're familiar with, images that we're familiar with in dance, but as a tribute to those great works and great choreographers. And the other is a work by the wonderful Kyle Abraham, who has his finger on the pulse of culture and dance expression of today. And I like, he's a terrific person with a very, very personal voice, very, very special sensibility for what we're living now. He's very today, very now.
You mentioned something about Mina You, that you saw the work about 3 years ago.
Yes.
And then you were able to incorporate it into the repertoire this year.
Yes.
But you're almost a dance curator in a sense. You get to see so many things, and then you kind of decide on what would work with the company and progress them in different ways.
Yes, it's always been my challenge. I enjoy doing it. It works most of the time. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. And it's difficult because the company is always in transition by design. So there are always new dancers. There's always an overlap of new dancers, old dancers. So you're always looking for what is going to put them in value as a company and as individuals, and what is going to strengthen them and give them the tools to move into what I call the real world, you know, of their, I mean, they're on the precipice of their careers, you know, of their dance careers. So this is to give them those tools to prepare them. And working with emerging choreographers as well as seasoned choreographers is very much a part of what they do. So I do get to see a lot of things, and to make those choices, it's like I said, it's always a challenge, but it's what I do.